Well, hi, hello.
Hello.
What do you got for us today?
I know. Well, it sounds like it's been a week for both of us.
It's been a weird week.
Yeah. But what I have to tell you comes from today.
Okay.
Of all the things all week, today.
Okay.
I went on a run this morning.
Mm-hmm.
Get back home, so then I'm doing my hair for work.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack's kind of in and out of my bedroom, blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
You know, I'm already dressed. He's just kind of in and out. He's got to, like, tell me something that kids feel like they have to tell you when you're busy.
Yeah, pressed for time.
Right. So I have my drawer open in the bathroom that just has my hair ties, my blah, 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 like all the things.
Yeah.
Also, I'll pause really quick and just say, Mom, if you're listening, maybe skip ahead a minute
Okay.
or so.
Sure.
Mom, mother-in-law, just...
Grandmas.
Yeah,
anybody out there.
yeah, if you want to skip ahead, please feel free. So my drawer is open. Jack's sitting there talking to me, and I'm doing something with my hair, and I don't even think about it. And all of a sudden he goes, "What's this?" I have a vibrator in the drawer. And I'm just like, I don't know, mom stuff. Get out of here.
It's a hair curler. It's real dangerous.
Yeah, don't touch it. Don't look at it. Don't. But what I realized afterwards was, like, it doesn't look like anything.
Like, yeah, you could have just told him it was anything, and he would have been like, okay. And
Right. Did I realize, though, that the pink dick-shaped one is on the counter, and somehow he doesn't even, like, see that one. He has to, like, touch the one in the drawer and be like, what is this?
Don't touch it.
Yeah. What?
Oh, kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all.
Okay. What a great way to start the day.
Yeah. My goodness.
That is so funny. Well, we have some real good things to talk about today, and we have our half marathon. Why did I say marathon? I still have Boston Marathon on my brain. So, half marathon coming up real soon. So we have a lot of great things to talk about today.
Yeah.
So let's get into it.
Yeah.
This is Run in Her Shoes podcast with Amber and Robyn, where we talk about balancing life, work, and running.
As busy moms juggling life, we want to provide a community where we encourage taking time for your mental and physical health on your running journey.
Join us weekly as we talk about our favorite races, gear, and goals as amateur runners, 1 mile at a time.
Okay, so really quick, just because we did talk about Boston last week, and I feel like it's all over my social media feed too, which is really fun to watch. I just wanted to give a quick. Can we shout her out? Let's do it. Helen O'Beary, who defended the women's title of the Boston Marathon this year. She was first last year, won it again. She is the first woman to win back-to-back Boston Marathon since 2005. So she's kicking butt. She's 34. Like, I'm like 2 months older than her. like, what? We're the same age?
Yeah.
You're incredible. But she's from Kenya. She has an 8-year-old daughter. And, of course, she's competed and won multiple titles in the Olympics and World Championships. She's amazing. And then also of note, the top 3 women to finish for the U.S., Emma Bates, Sarah Hall, and Des Linden, all were incredible to watch. This was the first year that I, actually invested into watching it, and I could because I had it on my phone while I was working. I was, streaming it while I had it up, and it was just really neat. I got to watch the wheelchair competitors. They fly through that course.
I bet.
That was really cool. And then to watch the men and women kick off and the whole vibe, it got me really excited. So I'm, pumped up for our upcoming half too. I'm gonna be thinking I can't believe that they're running that distance in the amount of time that I run half.
I know.
Or less than that distance. They're incredible.
So crazy. I was surprised because I had class that day, so I didn't get to watch it, but I was watching some of the highlights, and I was surprised. I mean, this was the first year, I've been interested at all in anything like this. But I was surprised, the commentary along the way.
Yeah.
The announcer people that give the commentary and, they've gone this far, so this is their predicted finish time, like, you know, just all the like little stat things along the way. That's like, what is this?
Yeah, it was intense.
Yeah.
ESPN, like really intense, fun to watch. Yeah. So, anyways, by the time this episode airs, though, it will be in like 3 days later. We're going to be running our half marathon. So, have you thought about what you're going to be packing, bringing, all of that stuff?
So, I am any type of trip. It's like about this far out. I'm like, I'm thinking, I'm making my mental checklist.
Okay.
Blah, blah, blah. The day before will be the written list.
Okay.
And then my system is it all goes on the bed. When it's laying on the bed, it gets a highlight.
Okay.
When it goes in the bag and packed, it gets to crossed out.
Wow, look at you. So organized. I shouldn't be surprised. I know you're so organized.
Well, I think it's because, like, some things like toothbrush, this and that, I can't pack the night before. I'm going to need it.
Yeah, cell phone charger. Like,
right.
Those things,
it's a way to have it on the list and to have it ready, but then to go, okay, it needs to go in the bag the next morning. So then the last minute stuff will get all checked off in the morning.
I love your system. I should probably adopt this so we don't get there and I'm like, Robyn, do you have an extra?
Yeah, I'm also going to tell you we're leaving like an hour earlier than we actually are. So that you
shouldn't have told me that. You shouldn't have told me that now. Just like, tell me. I know, we need to leave on time. I'll be packed the night before. I promise I'll be ready. I won't be the reason we're late. I mean, you know.
Yeah.
So, like, what are you thinking? Hat or no hat?
Oh, seriously. Okay, this just recently has become this huge dilemma in my head. This is the weirdest thing.
Really?
Because normally I run in hats.
Yeah.
Because my hair's been shorter. So I felt like just having a hat keeps it out of my face. I don't necessarily need to put it up. And then I wish I had it to show, but I ordered that awesome hat.
Oh,
you know, thinking like I'll wear my hat, blah, blah, blah. But then the last couple of days I've been putting my hair up with a headband and it just felt good to have everything off my neck.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you wear a hat, you have to be able to get the back in the ponytail.
When
you know
your
what I mean?
Shorter, yeah.
Yeah. So it feels I don't know. So I'm very so I haven't decided yet.
Okay, well, here was one of my observations from Boston.
Yeah.
Nobody was wearing a hat.
I know.
Where does their sweat go?
Seriously.
Like, that's my thing.
So not only are they're running twice as fast, they're like not sweating, and I do like a 5K and I sweat like a pig.
Yeah, like how do they do that?
I don't know.
So I'm going to be going with a hat just because that's been what I've been doing lately, but I do get that like it somehow makes your hat hotter, but then it also it absorbs all the things
like
dripping
I'm
into
shaded,
my eyes.
yet I'm like trapping my heat, but I'm dealing with so I'm still back and forth.
Okay. Well, sunglasses or no?
Definitely sunglasses.
Me too. Even if it's cloudy, I need it for the wind to keep things out of my eyes.
Even if I do a hat, I'm still going to do sunglasses.
Okay, yes. There's been I think twice I decided to run without sunglasses. Last summer in the evenings, it wasn't that bright anymore. And each time I did, I got a bug in my eye. Oh, so, gross. You know, I mean, just one of those little gnats, you know, and then you're like messing with your contact. Anyways, now I always run with sunglasses. Headphones?
I think so.
No? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're allowed for this course.
Nice.
So, I mean, I didn't see anything glaring that was like, do not.
Yeah.
So, okay. Leggings or shorts?
Shorts.
Shorts.
Yeah.
With pockets or no pockets? Do you know which ones you're wearing?
They're the black ones that you recently suggested.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm.
So those ones right now are on the top of my list. I don't know if they have pockets. Because I'm kind of hippie. I usually don't, like, these leggings have pockets, but I don't even, like, recognize that they're there.
Okay.
Because I don't use them.
Yeah.
Because I'll have my vest.
Yes. That's what I was thinking. I'm going to do shorts. I've been trialing different shorts now that it's getting warmer to run in. And like 3 of them now have been like, oh, that's a lot of chafing. That's a no-go for 13 miles. Seriously. So I've run in the same pair of shorts. Like I washed them, but twice, you know. And each time it's been really comfortable.
Nice.
So those are mine. They don't have pockets, but yeah, I'll have my vest too.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you putting in your vest? How are you fueling? Have you decided?
So I think I'm going to do my bigger bladder instead of the 2 smaller ones up front. I think I'm going to do the bigger bladder only because I'll probably do... I recently tried out the Goo brand, like gummy.
Yes.
So not the liquid, like a gummy. And I did like that. I also did like the gel. So I may just pack both just for funsies.
Yeah.
But some gels and some gummies. I haven't decided if I will pack in my vest like a honey stinger.
Oh yeah.
Or something, because there's going to be aid stations along the way. So I can't decide if like I'll need it or whatever. I mean, I'm going to eat them no matter what. But.
Right. It'll be there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am going to do a gel also. I tried one a while ago. It was I don't know how to say it exactly. Martens. I don't know how to say it. I'm so sorry. But I really liked the flavor. I was surprised about the consistency. I was thinking it was going to be liquidy, thin liquidy, but it was almost like chunky Jell-O, but I was okay with it.
Okay.
I was like, ooh, I don't know, but it was like kind of citrusy. I liked it, and so I need to buy another one of those. And then I use the Power Bar gels from our Fun Run box for like the second half, and I really liked those, which my flavor was cola, and I wasn't sure what to expect, but it was almost like a refreshing Coke at the end. And what I liked about those, they were huge. Like, they were bigger than just a fruit snack size. Yeah. But it like gave me something to distract myself from towards the end of my longer miles, to be like, okay, I'm just chewing this gummy. Like, it occupied my mind. Yeah. And gave me fuel.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because I noticed when I used the gummy, I was like, okay, don't let this get stuck on your teeth. Like, rinse it out, rinse it off. Like, get it, like, chew it fast. Like, drink some water. Like, I think it's the dental part of me that's just like, don't let this sit on your teeth for too long.
Oh, that's so funny. And I'm like, chew it as long as you want. Let it distract your mind. This is great. Oh, that's so funny. Anything else though that you can think of that you're bringing?
Well, I think most of the stuff I've kind of like shown off. Like the vest, we've kind of done. Like,
I'm gonna have my vest also.
But my new Tobos.
So pretty. I love that color.
I know. Isn't that so fun with the purple?
Yeah. Dark pink, dark purple, pretty laces, good grips on the bottom. I'm so excited for you. I know. Now that you've done some runs in them, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I really like them.
Yay. So
I'm excited to wear them for Moab. And then the people at 7,000 feet are just so,
they're amazing.
Like, great, because they were like, yeah, you could get this shoe, or like, if you love what you're already in, that's going to work for you too. Like,
my dogs, you guys. I mean, let's be real. I don't have a recording studio. We're not that big. So we have an office. I hate this.
It's fine.
Like a Shiba Inu, and he does not sound like a dog.
But yeah, so I'm excited for these, for more of like a trail run-ish. I don't know if this half like is technically a trail run, but I think there are trail aspects.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to have them for that, and I think eventually I'll go back and get another pair of my more like road running shoes.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna have to take a quick break here and separate my dogs, so we can get into more.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Seriously, you two? All right, well, we're back from that quick break with my crazy dogs, real life. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yes, Kay.
Yeah.
Speaking of real life.
Yeah.
And being prepared for all the things.
All the things.
You have some good tips for what happens when you're on your period.
Yes.
And you're running.
Yeah.
So what did you find out?
So,
tell me the things.
Yeah. So, yeah, like you said, I mean, real life talk happens. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to take like that time off, especially when, so this was all inspired because I was just on mine. Mm-hmm. And it's like, it sucks when you feel like you need to take a break from running or like whatever. Mm-hmm. So hopefully some of these things can kind of help keep you on track. Or anyway, so what I got from Flow magazine, which apparently is a thing.
Okay.
And runningforthehills.com. So I got, this is kind of a mixture from both of those, but a lot of them did repeat. But what they said was track your cycle so you can be prepared.
Makes sense.
I track mine on my Garmin, and it'll tell me like
fancy.
2 or 3 days before, it'll let me know that like, hey, your cycle should be starting soon.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of nice. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know about anyone else. I definitely get those PMS symptoms where I don't feel the best or whatever. So just making sure that you are staying hydrated. And we'll talk about diet. I have an own section for that. But staying hydrated. Mm-hmm. Being flexible with your plan. I know I have like 1 or 2 days where just like it's bad. So just give yourself some grace.
Right.
Be flexible. And then pace yourself. If you are able to get out for a run, you know, and you planned whatever, and you just need to like adjust while you're out there, totally fine.
Right. Listen to your body.
Yes. And then don't skip stretching. That also might help with some of like the pains or whatever. Yeah, so get some good stretching in. And I thought even too from that, even if you're like, I don't really feel up for a run, like do some yoga. Yeah. Do some Pilates or something. Just that stretching, getting everything moving should help. They did kind of throw out like maybe find a running partner. So someone to like keep you accountable. Maybe like some light motivation. But I just know like if I was like, Amber, keep me motivated this week. I really want to be in a run. And if you were like, hey girl, let's go. I think I would hope that you would give me grace if I was like, I just don't feel it today.
Yeah. I just want to eat some ice cream and
let's do something else instead. Yeah.
Like, okay, let's go out for brunch.
Yeah.
Meet you there.
Yeah. And then I think there's like this perception or whatever you're on your period that you should like eat a bunch of junk, or you feel like you should eat a bunch of junk. Sure. One, I feel like if you want to have the little carton of Ben and Jerry's, go for it, but like don't go off the rails just because that's like a known thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I have an IUD. So I don't have like monthly cycles as in I don't have to worry about bleeding. That part has been fantastic. But I definitely notice waves of like when I'm running, like my legs will feel a lot heavier and I just feel sluggish and I have these cravings and maybe I'm a little bit more like on edge and I don't know why, and I haven't tracked it. Yeah. But I'm curious if I did. So you're still having
symptoms, but you're not having a cycle.
Yes, I think that is what happens. Because every now and then I'm like, okay, like I do just want to like curl under a blanket and eat a carton of Ben and Jerry's and that's what I want, and like I don't feel like running or my So even if that's your case, I'm sure being like following these tips would be helpful regardless.
Totally. Yeah. And then just making sure that you have all your hygiene items on hand. Just make things easier. And then their biggest thing was just be kind to yourself.
Love it.
In this whole thing. So
makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Our bodies are incredible things. We should be nice to them.
Yes. And then womenshealth.com talked about, trying to stay motivated and getting out there because running is going to help with some of those PMS symptoms. So like if you have bad cramps or whatever, it might be hard to get out there and get started, but actually that movement and getting everything flowing will help with some of those like cramps and symptoms, especially hill and speed work.
Really?
So I think those like burst of energy type things, instead of like, I'm going to go out and be sluggish for a 5K, if you can like get stuff moving, like really helps.
Okay.
And so in particular, those releases more like endorphins faster.
Gotcha.
So, and then of course they said pay attention to your diet, and then using iron supplements if needed, as needed. Yeah. I wouldn't know how to like, I don't know, do you just take them or do you need to consult someone?
I mean, Nurse Amber here.
I know. I would be calling you.
Yeah.
But that's just because, like, go to the store, you get some iron supplements. Is that fine?
It would be okay, but, like, I would want to know what your levels are. Like, are you trending more anemic that time of the month, or, like, right afterwards? Or if after you finish your cycle you feel extremely exhausted, is it because you had so much blood loss that now that's affecting you?
Right.
Or is it all hormonal and like coming off of that, because both of the symptoms could those symptoms could be the same for either anemia or hormones or what have you. So I would definitely go to the doctor if you're concerned about it, see what your hemoglobin hematocrit is after that time, and then if they suggest it, start it, because iron is one of those things that if you take too much, then you can get constipated, and like it's helpful, but it's not going to be like a night and day difference either if you just take one iron pill, you know. So that would be one that I would talk to my doctor about.
Okay. And then on the same website they talked about, so if you things just don't work out and you are going to have your period before like a big scheduled race. So, I mean, I'm so glad I got mine last week.
Right? Because like how many races have we been to? Me and you, and you're like, well, I'm on my period. And I'm like, again, you poor thing. Seriously?
So yeah, I'm so glad for this big one that I'm like done. But the tips they had for if you are going to be on your period for a big run is to look at your route. If it's going to be through a city, they might have the toilets marked out. Yeah. You know, like I'm sure for Boston, right? They had porta potties along the way.
Oh yeah, had to.
I would assume so. So I'm sure they were able to look on their route and they were probably marked out.
Yeah.
So just being able to plan and like, okay, I know they're either on the route or like I might have to step off.
Right.
And then if you just put either a couple of tampons or pads just in your vest. Hopefully you don't have to use them, but you never know. Like, that would be the last thing I'd want to worry about.
Right. Or if a runner next to you is like, oh my gosh, anybody have a tampon?
Right. Like, yes, I do. And then one of the bigger tips they just said was don't try out new hygiene products for your run. If you, for whatever reason, were going to like wear a pad and you don't usually wear pads, you just might not know or be prepared for any like chafing or anything. So,
I mean, that goes for clothes too. That's why I'm trying out my different clothes during these runs, like, because I want to make sure that I'm going to be comfortable and not like getting a brand new outfit to wear on race day.
I know.
So, no new hygiene products. No new clothes.
Seriously. And then if you have room in your vest, if you're going to be, more of like a trail run or like whatever, if you're able to get like a smaller pack of just like wet wipes.
Yeah.
Just, those things that like, you're in a porta potty, but like, just
toilet paper in a toilet or in a porta potty is thin.
Yeah. So, it'd just be nice to just have like a wet wipe. So.
Sure.
And then for more like nutrition, from barbend.com. So just being on your period, you just may want to lean more towards like a carb and protein heavier diet.
Okay.
Which again, if you're having I know I'm going to be on my period, I'm going to have a little bit more protein. Hopefully that would get that iron.
Yeah.
Also.
Exactly.
So that's just like an easy way to get some iron naturally. And then if you are just going on a run, just training on your run, just throw like a snack in your vest. Yeah. Like you may never know when you just need something.
Always down for a good little snack.
Yes. But I loved this. I hope this is a real name.
Okay, tell me.
Too Good. TWOGOOD. good. Dr. Too Good.
Dr. Too Good.
Yes.
Too good for school. Too
yes.
good for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, she recommends that, I mean, yeah, if you're able to see a nutritionist or whatever, but her big thing is just listen to your body, listen to your intuition. So I love this quote. She said, instead of being strict with the percentages of carbs, proteins, and sugars in your diet, I want people to pay attention to their bodies and how they feel. She explains that especially right before and during your period, you may have a strong desire for comfort food, which may be heavily processed, and that's okay. You know?
Yeah.
She went on to say that she counsels patients, and that's what's important, to strike a balance between paying attention to what you're eating, but also being able to enjoy food.
Yeah.
But I think that goes like, I don't know. I think that's my huge thing, like life in general. Like just pay attention to what you're eating, but like enjoy your food.
Yeah.
And she was on to say that this means choosing a dietary practice that's sustainable for you, even if that means comfort food during your period.
Yeah. Your body knows what it wants.
Yeah. No two people are going to like, your bodies aren't the same. They aren't processing food the same. They aren't going to do the diet the same way. Just listen.
Yeah. And I don't like to count things in general when it comes to my diet.
Oh my gosh.
It's just so much work, and I especially wouldn't want to be doing this while I was on my period.
Yeah.
That's the last thing I want to be doing, is counting anything when it comes to food.
Seriously. So I'm taking like a nutrition class right now.
Oh, yeah.
And we had to sign up for this website and then log our food.
Oh, yuck.
And in like the instructions for the class, it's like, you know, like if you pour cereal, like do your regular amount, but then like measure what you pour so that when you log the food, it's all like, and I'm like, whatever.
I would be cheating on that assignment, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I mean, thankfully, I've never had an unhealthy relationship with food, like to the point where I like counted every single macro or whatever. But like for a while, especially like during college, I remember having an app on my phone, and I was like, a medium apple is however many calories. And I'm like, how do you tell, like, what's a medium apple? I don't want to, what? No, like I'm just going to make sure I hit something from every food group, like listen to what my body wants. Some days it might be fruit. Some days it might be a ice cream bar. Who cares? You know, everything in moderation. I know. All of my logging has not been like BS, but I haven't like actually measured anything. I'm like, yeah, a cup sounds good. Yeah. Like, whatever. You're making a sandwich, like a teaspoon and a half of mayonnaise. Oh, my gosh. No. Yeah. Like, I don't know, like a slather in both sides of the bread. I don't know. Seriously. Oh, my gosh. Okay. So then the last website I found had these tips for just like general periods. So not like necessarily running, but just these general tips. And I read this list and I couldn't stop laughing, but then I couldn't find where it was funny. Like it just read so serious, but it was just so ridiculous that I was like, I have to add these. Yeah. Was it written by a man? No. Oh, okay. I know. Some of these sound like maybe she did consult a man. So it's called the Taco, T-A-C-K-O. Okay. I'd never heard of it before, but so the taco.com, so they have these 13 tips. So number 13. Of what to do or what not to do? What not to do. Okay, don't do the following. Don't do the following. No. Girl, do not watch depressing movies or TV. It went on to say that like you are so crazy during your period that your spouse is so scared of you that if you are watching a depressing show and you're having a meltdown on the couch, they're probably huddled in the corner like scared to even like talk to you. Okay, that was definitely written from a man's perspective. So don't do it. It was like either watch upbeat shows or just avoid the TV altogether. I'll decide. Yeah. Okay. And then number 12 was don't get a wax, which I thought was like, it would be messy, but it just had to do with like your pain receptors are different during your period. I don't know. So I wonder what the science is behind that. I might have to look that up later. Yeah. Like, do you feel pain differently on your period? Yeah. Ouch. I don't know. Either way.
Number 11, don't forget that you're on your period.
I mean, my whole life, I've never had anything regular about my cycle. Yeah. And now, like I said, I have an IUD. I don't. So, like, occasionally, if I ever, like, am spotting her a little bit, I'm always very surprised and very unprepared. That's how it's been my whole life. Yeah. So, I mean, I get that would be an inconvenience, but it's like, you gotta think on your feet.
Yes.
Don't wear white.
Number 10, I mean, don't go to bed without, your pad or your tampon or whatever you use.
Yeah, unless you want to have to be washing your sheets.
I know.
Okay.
I've never, woken up and been like, oh, darn. Okay. Again. And then you said it just a second ago. Number 9 was don't wear white pants.
Yeah. I mean, that's like every high school girl's nightmare. Right?
I know.
I feel like.
But also, I don't know. I just don't have the lifestyle where I can wear white pants.
No, I don't. Now I own some white shorts. Okay. Like off-white cream, flowy shorts. I have a lot of those.
Yeah. But it's between the dogs and the kid and the park and the... You know what I mean?
That's true.
When am I ever okay to wear white pants?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Number 8 was don't skip the gym. All right. So that's a little okay, I'll give that one to you.
Yeah.
Number 7 was don't eat or drink dairy.
That's interesting.
So I don't know the science behind that. And I just go back to, if you're fine on dairy, then have your dairy.
Right. I don't know why that would be a thing unless, like you said, it makes you a little bit crampy. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. Don't want double cramps.
Yeah, no. Number 6, I mean, if you need this as a reminder, don't wear or use the same hygiene product all day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, no toxic
if you're listening to this
syndrome.
And you need to check,
this is your reminder.
Yeah, go change your tampon. This one felt like it came out of, you remember the movie Anchorman?
Yeah.
Number 5 was avoid camping in bear country.
Oh, the bears can smell the menstruation. What? Wow.
Yeah,
Sorry, honey, we've got to cancel our trip to Yellowstone.
Oh.
What?
I was just thinking of Yogi the Bear is I found a picnic basket. It's I can smell someone's.
Yeah. There's just tampons in there.
Yeah. Number 4 was don't skip out on skinny dipping.
Don't skip out on, go skinny dipping? That was their recommendation?
Their whole thing was, don't let your period, make you stay home. And then it gave all these tips on, if you use a tampon, how to, hide the string. So, if you want to go skinny dipping, you can, hide the string.
Wow.
I know.
Who's looking for the string?
I don't know.
A fish?
Right? If you're staring that hard between I guess kind of go for it, but also whatever.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't plan on skinny dipping anytime soon anyway.
True. And then just a reminder, number 3, don't pick out on the salty snacks.
I love salty snacks.
All the time.
The pantry is really close to my office, and so even
right over there.
I know. So I'm at work, and I'm it's talking to me from the pantry. It's always something salty, whether I'm on my period or not.
That's funny. Well, this one's for you. Number 2, don't assume that calories don't count during your period.
Well, geez. I mean,
well, there goes.
There it goes. I mean, again, I'm an intermittent faster now for life, so I really don't care about calories. I just count eating window.
So nice. Number 1.
Okay.
Amber.
What?
I mean, I don't know if this is for you, but
okay.
Everybody, don't assume it's an excuse to be mean.
Oh. I can't control my hormones and how I react to them. Okay?
Yeah, it's fine. So these are those, So that was the ridiculous tips that I found online.
Okay, well, some helpful.
Like 2 of them?
Some, I hope, just made you laugh.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Oh, my gosh. So, but yeah, I mean, I think that's all I have for that.
Okay. Well, thanks. Helpful. Good to keep in mind. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. What do you have for me?
Well, I'm always looking for races that we can do this year, next year, the following year, whatever. So this one that I found, it's the Mount Rushmore Half Marathon.
Okay.
Have you ever been to Mount Rushmore?
Yes.
When did you go?
When I was young, like 12 or 13, my grandparents, so we lived in Washington State, and my grandparents drove me and my sister from Washington State to North Carolina.
Okay.
And then we hit all the big things along the way on like the upper half.
What a great road trip. Or was it?
No, it was in the sense that like I look back and I wish as like a teenager I just appreciated it more. So we did go to Mount Rushmore. So like the visitor center is like very far away. So Mount Rushmore looks very tiny.
Oh.
So then especially as a teenager I'm like, what, this is the big deal. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think like now, especially like if I went with Jesse like as a family, we would like hike up. We would do the hike up.
Oh, okay.
Maybe see it a little closer.
Okay.
I think it'd be more impressive.
Sure. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I've never been. I want to go, and I would love to take the kids. In my mind, I think they would be excited about it, but also at this age, I think they would be like, okay, I saw it. Next.
I know.
You know?
Maybe... Okay, I just recently watched the National Treasure movies.
I love those movies. Like, I guess thinking back to, like, my younger days, I was way into that.
That's funny. So they go to Mount Rushmore,
right?
They
do.
So, like, you should just have the boys watch that and
get
then...
them hyped up and then...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe we'll put this one on our, like, to run list when they're a little bit older.
Yeah.
And we'll appreciate it a little bit more.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. So it's in September in Keystone, South Dakota. And it says it has gorgeous views of Mount Rushmore. But now that you say that, like, I wonder how high up are we going? Like, how close is it? You know, the website had pictures of Mount Rushmore, but yeah, it was like, boom, in your face, Mount Rushmore. So we'd have to see how close it was going to be. But the thing with this one is it's very, very uphill for at least the first half.
Okay.
So it's hill climbing on this course. It says it's no joke, but the payoff is incredible. They really sell it. It's a paved course, and it begins at the Ghost Canyon Getaway. I don't know what that is per se. And then it says runners are rewarded with amazing views and then the final downhill stretch before finishing at the Borglum Story Museum in the town of Keystone.
Okay.
The finisher medals look awesome. They're ones that I would want. They remind me a little bit of our Northwest Challenge. Like, you know, it just kind of has that feel of like the national park, national forest type thing to it. The website says they recommend training on long stretches of uphill paved roads or incline treadmill workouts to increase your endurance. Okay. By my house, there is, well, I have a few different options for hills. You've seen one of them that I surprised you with.
Yeah.
That one's more of a dirt road. I have a paved one. But there's houses that are fairly close to it. And there's just something about me where I'm like, oh yeah, maybe I'll do like a hill workout. But I think my neighbors would think I was crazy if there was just this lady running up and down the hill. That's been my barrier to, besides like knowing it's a hill workout, but to just going and running up and down the hill.
Yeah. I think if and when we do this, like, I feel like I would just want to go like run around S Mountain.
Okay, that would make
more sense. You know what I mean?
sense.
Like, I understand what they mean by paved, but like, I just feel like work what you have, you know? So like, just doing some like S Mountain stuff.
Okay, we'll plan on that. Okay, that makes more sense. The time limit to finish this half is 4 hours. So walking would totally be okay if the hills got to you. And that's like you in general, me, you, anybody. And then they do say that if at any time they deem it unsafe and need to pull a runner off the course, they hope for understanding and immediate cooperation. Failure to comply will result in being banned from future events.
Oh my goodness.
And I just think, what happened?
Yeah.
Who was
Someone
unsafe?
had to do something that they have to like say this now.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Or were they like so unsafe because they were like having a medical event? Yeah. Like I would love to know the story behind that.
Yeah. Side tangent.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot of details, and I don't know if it was Japan or China, so I'm sorry.
Okay.
I know those are very two different places, but there was a runner who did like a whole marathon smoking, and like, I don't know if he finished and then they like disqualified him or disqualified him during it, but they have this picture of him running and he has like a lit cigarette, like he's totally smoking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Talk about lung capacity. Like, how could you do that?
I mean, unless you're just like a chain smoker. You know what I mean? Like, that's how you breathe. I don't know.
Yeah, like you only know how to take deep breaths when you're inhaling a cigarette. I don't know. That's crazy.
Cracks me up.
Okay, we'll leave the cigarettes at home for the Mount Rushmore Half Marathon also. You might get kicked off.
Yeah.
Ooh. And to be clear, though, this race doesn't take place inside the national park. I guess it's way too difficult to get permission to conduct private businesses, races, that sort of a thing inside national land.
I mean, I can see that, I guess.
Yes. But it's about as close as you can get to the park.
Okay.
So
maybe someone like jumped to the rope and was like, I'll just take a quick.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. But anyways, that one looks really cool. So I do want to check it out.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds fun. Well, lady.
Yes, ma'am.
My turn to give you some fast facts.
Okay, I love these so much.
Oh, good.
Here we go.
Number 1. What is a completely useless thing you can spend hours doing?
I would say people watching.
Okay.
Like at the airport, there have been times where my flight got delayed or it's just a ridiculous layover, and I don't necessarily feel bad about it because there's just so much to watch and it's so entertaining.
And also, I feel like you're going to see people's like true colors at an airport.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I could spend hours people watching, let's just say, especially at an airport.
Yeah.
Just taking it all in.
Yeah. I think if I'm answering super honestly on like a real life day-to-day basis, I swear I jump on the Instagram, and I'm like, I'm just going to watch a couple of reels. Mm-hmm. And then it's like so much time has gone by.
In a blink of an eye.
Yeah. And I'm like, fuck, I need to go to bed. Yeah.
There's got to be a science behind that. Like, did you ever have Jack watch Cocomelon? Was that ever a thing? I think our boys are just a little bit too old for Cocomelon. But apparently something with that, it's like it changes the angle or scene or whatever every 2 to 3 seconds, which is much faster than other cartoons. So kids get super duper sucked into Cocomelon because it's just like so stimulating for their brain. And I wonder if Reels has the same effect to adults because it's just like something new and then I don't like it or I like it. Like swipe, swipe, swipe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, and I know I've heard things like just like our attention spans have gotten like shorter. Yeah. So just those like, I mean, even on the longer side, I think they're a couple of minutes, but it's just long enough to like, get that like good hit of like, that was funny and then move on to the next thing.
I think there is a hit of dopamine that happens is what I've read before. So,
yeah.
I mean,
but
you're not alone.
Also, I love my reality TV.
Yeah.
So I can watch that.
I get it. No judgment.
Yeah. All right. What is your favorite slang word?
My favorite slang word.
I like
slang.
I like wanker.
Wanker?
Yeah.
How do you use it?
Just like you're being a wanker. Which I also add like an American cuss word in there. You're being a wanker.
Who's the is that Australian? Is that an Aussie type slang?
I think it's like British.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. Okay, I'll think of her name. She's a funny actress, comedian, and I think she says wanka a lot, and it's really fun to listen to.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I like the word bougie, but I don't use it a lot, but I like to say it. Like, bougie is fun. Yeah. And then also when I'm texting, like being funny or sarcastic,
Yeah.
I think I use totes a lot.
Oh.
But just like being funny about it. Totes.
Like I use it sarcastically.
Yeah.
What was your first job?
Oh, I guess first official job, I worked at Pagerelli's Ice Cream here in town. It doesn't even exist anymore.
I was gonna say, what is it?
It's in actually, it's a cafe now on the corner of, I'm horrible at streets and stuff, but there's like a green cat. Remember there's a green cat cafe, and it's on the corner across from the street park, the skate park downtown. Yes, that building. I'm like, come on, how many more cues can I give you?
Also, do you think if our husbands are listening right now, they are just like, how do you not know street names? How do you not? Like, I just feel like they're like,
I'm like, I think it's on like maybe like G and first.
Yeah, sounds
if I
good.
Had to guess, or
yeah.
second. I don't know.
But it was an ice cream shop?
It was an ice cream shop called Pagerelli's.
Homemade ice cream?
No, we ordered it from somewhere. Huge, like 5-gallon buckets. And I remember like there was the back that we had to load it up with. And summertimes we were just so busy. Line out the door. I would have, I might be exaggerating, but my memory is like calluses on my knuckles from scraping, just like, but
all day
in
the cold,
But it was a lot of fun. Got a lot of tips, and I got to eat free ice cream. And
was it like you got an ice cream a shift type thing, or like you could eat whenever you want?
I think I ate whenever I want, but I don't remember what the rules are. Okay. And I don't think the owner still lives here, and I hope she doesn't listen to this. But my favorite ice cream there was...
We all ate as much ice cream as we wanted. That's right.
My favorite ice cream was Divinity.
Okay.
Divinity ice cream. Okay. So good. And then I also made myself a lot of milkshakes.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Okay. I love a milkshake.
What was your... Oh, well, okay. Husband is home now, so dogs are barking again.
My first job was that I washed dishes at a restaurant.
Oh, okay. What kind of restaurant?
Just like a bigger than a diner, but not like an Olive Garden.
Oh, okay.
So. Yeah. And I just worked during the day, so it was just like a little lunchtime rush. It wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know that about you. Learned something new.
What is your biggest pet peeve?
Oh, where to begin? Just kidding.
So many.
I'm an anxious person, so a lot of things easily get on me, okay? Yeah. So besides my dogs barking while we're trying to record a podcast, one of my biggest pet peeves is being in a meeting, either in person or online. It doesn't matter. Yeah. And people things are wrapping up, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then there's people that have to ask questions or add stories, and you're just like, shut it. We're done. This was covered. Down. Like, your questions, you're only asking this question because you want to hear your own voice. Stop it. I cannot. And I just feel everything in my body getting tight when this happens. And I have to hide my face because, like, I'm giving them a death stare. And it's a lot. Yeah. I really don't like that. So thankfully now I work remotely and our cameras don't have to be on. And so they can't see me or hear me when this is happening. But yeah. That's one of many. But anyways, what's yours?
Well, I know we've talked about this, but people that use Facebook to ask questions like, when does this business open? What's their phone number? What are their hours? Like, bitch, you're on the internet. Google it.
Go to Google.
Yeah, or they probably have a Facebook page. Look it up.
Yes, why do people do that?
Yeah, I don't get it. But I wonder if it's also like the same psychology of, I have to post. I have to update on what I'm doing.
Right. Or you want people to, like, if you're like, who's the best pediatrician? Like, they want to ask, oh no, why do you need a pediatrician? Something like that, possibly. Yeah. I've gotten a little passive aggressive at times with those posts, and I'm like, oh, Google says that it's open at, like, let me do this work for you. Like, come on.
I know.
Ugh, I'm with you on that.
So yeah. So now for this one, I need you to grab your phone.
Oh.
I'll grab mine too.
Okay.
I need you, how many unread emails do you have right now?
Are you gonna judge me?
I'm not gonna say no. I'll go first.
Okay, yeah, you go first.
I have one. Oh, I guess this is 2 unread. I don't know where my other one is.
Robyn.
I have 2.
Okay, well, hold on. I have to show you something. I always have my phone in airplane mode while we record. And so when I first went to it, look, you will see that there is no little red dot. And then I was like, well, that's not correct. So
clearly.
I was like, I wonder if it's because it's in airplane mode. I have 7,630.
Stop! Oh my gosh! How does it even have like that much space?
I don't know. If my phone, I don't know, it might work a little bit faster if I
little bit faster. Oh my gosh!
So let me tell you a story. I used to be someone that could not have any red like numbers on my iPhone at all. I want everything cleared out. I want it done by the end of the day. Okay?
Yes.
I used to be like that.
Okay.
I don't know. There's been a change in me over the past I don't know, year or two where I just don't care what my email is. And it's gotten to the point where it's so out of control. I don't want to spend the time to go through and delete 7,000 emails. If there's something important, I know where to find it and I can search it in my inbox, but I just don't want to delete that many emails. And on an iPhone, it's not an easy swipe anymore. I feel like it used to be I could just do one swipe and it would delete it. And then after so many upgrades, there's 2 or 3 clicks now to delete an email. And it's just too much. So now...
Well, yeah, it's too much now with how much? 7,000?
630. 7,630. Yeah.
It wouldn't have been a lot however long ago when you only had 2 or 3.
I know. And sometimes I will be like, why am I still getting emails from this? I signed up to get 20%.
So that's my next question. Is it's all junk mail?
Oh yeah, I read all the important things. If you open this up and see what the emails are that I haven't read yet, it's Vizio, Hilton Honors, National Geographic Kids Magazine,
so
Dollar Shave Club.
I
know, but then I do read stuff for what are some of my read ones? Stuff with the podcast I read, something from Boulder I read, all of this. Yeah, I don't know. I read some of them, and I know, Longfellow Parents. See, I read that. That's an important school one. I read it, and I know it's there. Yep. That's my life. Do.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, it's not okay.
Okay, I have an idea. How long is our drive going to be to Moab?
Okay, so there's some bridge right outside of Gunnison that they've closed.
Yes, there's a crack in the bridge,
so
we can't go that way.
So without stops, if you just map it and it's 6 hours.
Okay, so I'm going to have minimum 6 hours in the car. We can hang out and talk, obviously. But maybe I'll spend some time deleting emails.
Okay. Holy moly.
You weren't expecting that, were you?
No. I knew it was going to be high. Mm-hmm. I was not expecting in the thousands. 7,000?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Are you going to be able to sleep tonight?
No.
I sleep just fine.
Oh my gosh.
I sleep just fine.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Well, that was
That's crazy. Weird segue, because that was such a high number.
Okay, yeah.
Do you know who John Cena is?
Yes.
He is super involved with Make-A-Wish.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How many Make-A-Wish done wishes, do you feel is a lot for someone to do?
Sorry, him individually helping with?
Yeah, his wishes, he's done. How much would you think a lot would be?
500.
That is a lot. He's done over 600.
Wow.
Wishes.
That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, he has like the most completed wishes or whatever.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
I bet he checks his email and keeps it current.
Yeah. I bet.
Yep. Oops.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, you know.
Okay. Please give me a listener story so I can stop.
Okay, let me distract you with a great listener story, okay?
Oh my God.
This one is from Angelina.
Mm-hmm.
And she is from, hold on just a second because
you gotta check email.
I'm going to check my email on our podcast email. Because that one I keep current. Okay. To be honest, there's 0 unread in there right now. That one. Okay. But she lives in the Metro Detroit area.
Okay.
And she loves running through nature preserves and trails through there. She completed the Chicago Marathon in 2012. So she's been like a very experienced runner for quite a while now. And she says she listens to our podcast while she runs.
Yay,
which is so sweet and fun. And so she said she just wanted to thank us for all the info and laughs that we share while she's on her run. She says it keeps it light.
I hope we didn't send her into a tumble with all your emails.
Yeah.
Like she didn't get too distracted.
Yeah, stay on the trail.
She was able to keep running.
Stay on the trail for sure. But she's been a runner all throughout high school as well for track and cross country. She ran for fun in college, and then after she got married, they had 4 children within 6 years.
Ooh.
And running got pushed to the side, I could imagine. But she became really inspired this year to go out and run, and honestly enjoys it more now than ever before. And she really wants to challenge herself, so she decided to sign up for a race, and she's going to be running the Detroit Marathon this fall.
Nice.
Which I have seen a few posts lately pop up where people are like, oh, I've totally lost my motivation to get out there and do my daily runs or like every other run or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, sign up for a race and then you'll be motivated.
Yeah.
She said that though when she ran her marathon in 2012, she had 0 knowledge of distance running, and honestly, she said she doesn't know how she survived it. She didn't bring fuel or water with her.
Oh my gosh.
I know. She said she felt terrible after, so she's claiming Detroit as her first real marathon where she will be properly trained and fueled. So that sounds like a way better plan to be prepared. And then she shared a little bit too, and she said aside from running, she loves to flower garden, cook yummy food. She's passionate about helping other people cook simple meals from scratch. That's very helpful because sometimes I'm like, what's in the freezer?
I know.
Is what it's going to be. But she said running is her quiet amongst the chaos.
Get it?
And she's happy to have us along on her runs. So thanks for having us. Good luck on your Detroit Marathon this fall. We are so excited to hear how it goes and, cheering you on.
Yeah. Awesome.
Well, if you have a running story you want to share, you can email it to us at runinhershoes@runsister.com. I check that one frequently. I keep up on it.
It has 0 unread.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I also don't use that email address to sign up for, shopping things, because you get so much the second you sign up for.
Oh, I know.
So if I don't have that connected to anything except for listener stories, only listener stories are going to be in it.
There you go.
And I get so excited when one comes in, and I love reading about it. So anyways, you can email us your stories there. I promise I'll check it. And you can catch us on Instagram as well at Run in Her Shoes Podcast.
Nice.
Cool.
All right. See you next week.
See you next week.
Thanks for listening to Run in Her Shoes. Run in Her Shoes podcast is produced and edited by Amber Linza and Robyn Ogden. It's time to run, sister.